It's time to play. There's the Chargers. We're playing the CPU. We're going to try to win. At least that's what we're telling everybody. Oh. What's up, Doc? And they left. And they're back. And they left. And they're back. And they left. 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 Chargers are 4-9. Where do they set? Let's see where? Oh, where? Where? Oh, where? We have the number 10 pick. Nah. Alright, we're currently pick number 10. Baltimore's 1-12. We got, let's see, 3 teams fighting for that number 1 pick. It's the fight for number 1. Vikings, Saints, Ravens. I definitely want to play though, just to try out the team, you know. Home 1970s classic. Ooh, those are nice. Alright, we're just gonna go with those. I like the variety though. Not gonna lie, gonna miss some of the players I had on the Cardinals. I've built up some really nice pieces. Never seemed to work out like the way I wanted it to, but
we have a pretty pleasant December day in the Volunteer State. The chilly rain from last night has moved on. The temps have bumped up a bit here at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. Tonight, Week 15 begins with a great Thursday night matchup, as it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the Tennessee Titans. On the visiting sideline, their head coach. These guys came out on top a week ago, something they haven't done much of to this point. On the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys stuck in a bit of a losing streak right now, hoping the home fans can help them get out of this slump.
Dave Ratman.
About set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night prime time.
Let's do a little dance, okay.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Sometimes I actually hit that on purpose. Other times I accidentally do it. Especially if I'm rushing my fingers.
And the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. Big article in the paper this morning talking about how they wanted to get chunk plays in the run game. Well, early on, there's a good one.
There is, and for guys on defense, they've got to remember the old adage. You've got to meet force with force, and if you don't, you get run over, as they did.
Holy moly.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 12 yards there. The Chargers have a first down.
Here we go. Ready?
Up the middle, it's Hampton. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. A look there at his numbers on the ground a week ago. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
A draw play, Hampton. And they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign.
That's one thing I don't understand about the physics part. The guy. Let's take this time to review the game here. Okay, he's being blocked by the fullback. He should be a little bit off balance, right? Because he just had a 200-something pound guy blocking on him. He immediately comes off of that, though, and lays the absolute biggest hit stick ever in the history of Madden. Well, maybe not, but that's, like, physically almost impossible.
Staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
It don't seem right, it don't seem right. A little hogwashy.
From the 35, here's a 2nd and 8. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's third down. Off the bootleg. McGuire. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Throws to the left.
Down now as the Titans defense holds up in
something
coverage.
with the last update or something.
Incompletion.
Throws to the left. Just do not get. I don't know. I don't think I'm doing anything completely different. I guess. Maybe it's on the runs bad. I don't know. But I've just seen it with my 99 overall quarterback that I just left the Cardinals with. Same type of thing. Constant overthrowing. Always a red. Rectical in the pass or whatever. So.
Once a nice drive, stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
And his kick here is good. And the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. Well, when they began that opening drive, they didn't have the best field position, but they were able to move the ball.
Oh, that's right. I got Dicker the kicker.
To take the 3-0 advantage.
Absolutely, because considering where they began that series, I think they're pretty happy to be sitting at 3-zip right now.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So now the Titans get their first shot on offense. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
And the numbers were not pretty. I mean, they don't look right. When you throw 2 interceptions, no touchdown passes, there's no way to really make that work. But I thought there were a lot of positives in watching his game tape. I think he's close to putting out a good performance. Let's see if he can flip those numbers around in this game. And, of course, rally his team to a win.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Good range.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. When you talk about the defense for these Chargers, they are the 22nd ranked unit against the run in the NFL.
And the focus now is making sure that they're hitting on all cylinders as they head into the playoffs. And that means they've got to stop the run better. Because playoff football often means running football. So they've got to be prepared for that.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Chargers offense and their quarterback coming out for their 2nd drive. And he's been a real threat in the red zone and beyond. As you take a look at the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns by a QB, you'll notice he's worked his way into the top 5 at this point in the season. He'll get this complete to Trey Harris. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. They'll go for a gain of 7. And it's 2nd down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. They'll work inside here, Hampton. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
They'll run on 1st down. Green. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down. Now a 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. Off the play fake. McGuire. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one.
That guy broke underneath quick.
put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely frees up your guys elsewhere. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 41-yard line. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Finding Harris on back-to-back plays. Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside.
Hang on,
for
guys.
just a
We're
moment.
going to pause. We got an injured player.
Second and
here.
a couple.
Here we go.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That one caught by Rice. 7 yards there and a first down. The Chargers at 4-9 now on the year. They were winners the last time out, so they'll be looking here to make it 2 in a row.
And when you and I watched tape prepared for this, what we saw was a team that competed hard. And they played well all 3 phases of the game. And I think if they can carry that over to this week, they've got a really good chance to emerge victorious yet again.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Back to throw again. Now he'll tuck this and run. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit. We decided not to throw it on 1st down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the 1st down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
I spotted man coverage on the outside. I expect we'll see a lot of that from this defense as this game moves on. And that was a good job there as that one was knocked away.
Trying to run for it with Hampton. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on 1st down. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
Red. Red throw leading.
They will run for it with Hampton. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Ready.
Charger football to start quarter number 2 as they go to work on a 1st and goal. Looking to throw. McGuire. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Holding.
So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of
It's gonna be
tricks.
And
holding.
isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
Touchdown! A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers are able to extend their lead. What a great drive that was. A long drive, sustained, well executed.
I love what we're seeing out of him here in year 2, right? This young quarterback continues to evolve and grow. He's really the adage right now that John Wooden, the famous basketball coach, used to say. Be quick, but don't hurry. You can see that everything is happening for him, but he's not taking it at a pace that he can't sustain.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead grows to 10-0. Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out, ready to send it away. Gets by him at the 25. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Titans offense and the quarterback ready to go.
Such a useless stat to show 2 drives back-to-back rushing touchdown leaders in the red zone.
He's 2nd in the NFL in terms of rushing touchdowns by a quarterback.
Nah, who cares, right?
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And partner, I'm going to make a quick pivot here and ask you to play general manager. It's well documented they're last in the league in offense, number 32. What changes might they make?
And this where you have to be almost like a chess master as a general manager, because you have a few things at your disposal that you need to use. Obviously the draft, free agency, maybe you can make some trades, but also look at your practice squad. Have you been grooming players to promote and give them an opportunity to play as well? That way you start to supplement as well as replace guys that need it. And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. It's looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if I'm going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Now he's going to step up and run. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Pretty nice gain on the scramble, gets him 12 yards. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on third down. Back to throw here. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down. Field goal would have been a decent length at 55 yards. They keep the kicking unit on the sideline. They're going for it. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on fourth down. And that will force a turnover on downs. Looking to put a drive together.
I swear, this CPU is nowhere near like the Rams.
The drive begins with a carry by Hampton. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Again, it's Hampton. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 48 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. On first down, it's Hampton. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Back to throw. McGuire. He's got the tight end. That's Gadsden. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So that flag obviously takes away the good yardage that they had on the play.
And talk about a momentum shift, because we can visibly see this celebration shifting from one side of the field to the other as soon as everyone saw the flag.
Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down.
The Chargers, first down. A gain of 19 yards.
Come on. Set.
First down,
Cowboy
Chargers.
80.
Off play action. McGuire. And he's got his target, Harris. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Trey Harris, 29 yards. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that makes our score 17-0. 5 plays there on that drive. And it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone.
Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. A little juke. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Titans offense now, they get set to head back out here. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Over the middle, complete. It's Reed. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the 1st down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. They have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
He's got Harris running the slant. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Well, obviously, my team is
an unfortunate time for the penalty there. That cancels out a positive play from this offense.
Well, not to sound too trite or too accepting, but you and I both know it happens. You got to accept it and move on. Yardage, you got to get back. Focus on the next play and move on.
That is incomplete.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
Looking to throw. Aguirre. It's brought in by Harris. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And I'm literally going to say goodbye to that number 10
pick. 3rd down and 11. Back to throw. Aguirre. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Harris. And he stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
That's good for a Titans first down.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. That's complete downfield to Okonkwo. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
That's another Titans first down. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Back to throw now on first down. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown.
Well, and they wanted to score. They scored.
His first touchdown on the year. And the Titans get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Makes the score.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And it may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point.
And the Chargers.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Throw left side complete. That's Harris. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts.
It's a gain of 8.
As it comes with 22 seconds to go here at half number 1.
46-yard line.
Now a 2nd and 2.
Here we go. Here we go. After 60. Ready.
Looking to throw. Maguire. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On the jump. Come on.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He gets it complete to Harris. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Chargers first down. A gain of 12. First down, Los Angeles.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Get it. 19, 8.
They'll look to throw again. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
What a drive. This has been just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Ready. 60 vices. 60 vices.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much trained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
So halftime
On the
is upon us on
halftime.
Thursday night prime time, and we go off to Orlando. And Scott Hansen for our halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Week 15 of the NFL season, playoff time for you fantasy football players. But for the real teams, the home stretch is starting. Let's get into it. Our spin around the NFL starts now. It begins in Vegas. The Raiders at home to take on the Broncos in the AFC West. And it's the Denver defense that steps up on this play. They force the errant throw, it's picked off, and they've got room, they've got blockers, and no one's gonna get him. Touchdown. With that, let's give you a look at the playoff picture in the AFC through 15 weeks. Meanwhile, in our game, it was a competitive, hard-hitting first half. We expect more of the same going forward as we send you back out to the stadium with Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
The Titans going to get the ball to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Titans offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he's been a tough guy to contain this year, and his numbers reflect that, as you can see right here. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. They're backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And this pass broken up. But the contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now, as he's on to punt for Tennessee. He'll send this up into the Nashville skyline, and it's a good one. Fielded at about the 28. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll start it out with a run by Hampton. And a pretty good burst there as they get this across midfield and down to the 46. 70 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
A gain of 13 yards.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Oh, nice defensive effort there, providing the hit as the ball got to the receiver, separates him from the catch, and normally he's a sure-handed target.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
On 2nd down. Complete to Oronde Gadsden. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
3rd and 5. Back to throw. McGuire. And he is caught. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 28. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
2nd and 10.
Come on. Pat the street. 70, go.
On the give, this is Hampton. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
On 3rd down, here's Hampton. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
It's a gain of 11. That's another Chargers first down. 1st and 10.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Now a handoff running through the middle. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Maguire. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
A lot of times it's that first read that you had. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Give here to Hampton. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the 1st. Cameron Dicker on now to try the field goal. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting 3.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that could all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Evades the tackler, and now some space. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together.
Here we go, here we go.
They go play action here on 1st down. So no gain on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
On the handoff, it's Hampton. And they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 99 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Back to Hampton on 1st down. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Off the play fake. Maguire. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. Front door, toe. Shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And it'll be Titan football. Looking to put a drive together. Now a play fake here on first down. And his throw is going to be incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. He'll try and do this himself. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. Here's J.K. Scott now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. That's pulled in at the 32. Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Nashville. It's Charger football, and they've got the lead as well as we begin the fourth quarter. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. McGuire. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Ariza is on to punt here as he gets this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Titans now. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. They'll start with the option. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
37-yard line.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop it behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the 35-yard line.
They'll drop the throw. A quick hitter complete. It's Reed. So he stopped for no gain. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd down and 12.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Caught on the right side, Reed. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. They'll set up to throw. And that will be incomplete. Try to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. They'll set up a throw. He's got the open man. It's Manor. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 29-yard line. A good pickup. There, 22.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
So they'll get nothing out of that play, and it'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This is caught. And it's a Titans touchdown. Jaden Reed, his second touchdown on the season. And the Titans are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. It's complete, but he will not get into the end zone. And that one hurts as it will remain a two-score game here in the fourth. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Chargers offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. The Charger drive about to get going. They've been pretty anemic on this side of the football in the second half, just 3 points, and you just saw the touchdown go the other way. So it's a two-score game. We're not done here yet.
I think everyone's on the edge of their seats now because they're anticipating what's coming, and I sense that everyone in the stadium knows they need to keep it on the ground. So if you're going to do that, hope the quarterback is stretched a little bit. Some bootlegs, right? Some fakes inside, getting out to the perimeter. Those might be open for him.
No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Okay, ready?
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Let's go now. Ready?
A run once more with Hampton. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
But a good play is made on defense. Oftentimes, leverage is the key to everything. Defensive line not getting turned. All the other guys making sure they're in the right spot. And on that play, they were able to stop them short of a first down.
On is the Chargers punter now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's into the hands of Iomanner. And a hard tackle there as he'll go down after a gain of about 5.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4. The 38-yard line.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And this one nearly intercepted. Boy, that would have been a great time for their first pick. But instead, it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
They'll look to throw. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Oh, yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10.
At the 49-yard line.
Jacobs going to try the middle. Trucks over him. And that winds up a decent run, and it also takes us to the 2-minute warning. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. This is 1st and 10. Out of the gun to give to Spears. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
At the 20-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Well, that'll be incomplete. He took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
Here's Jacobs. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line.
Down behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 1. Brings up
2nd and 9 now.
At the 9-yard line.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Now the focus is really clear. They need to get that 1st down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
19, Tiger, 9,
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And this is back down to a 7-point game. Well, that's one part of the equation. Puts them back within 1 score, but I'd be surprised if we don't see an onside kick coming up.
Yeah, I think you're probably right, partner. They've still got the 2 timeouts. But without that 3rd one, they can bleed a lot more clock on you. So how confident are you that the defense can hold them deep? I think you're exactly right. I'd line up and play for the onside kick here.
They got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down. 20, 5, and he's in for a Charger touchdown. Omarion Hampton, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this fourth quarter. Extra point try now from Dicker. And the lead is up to 14. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So now the Titans down by 2 touchdowns. A little over a minute to go. And they're in danger of a 3rd straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. As they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And his throw here is incomplete.
A lot of practice time, a lot of thinking goes into 2-minute drills, even on the defensive side. So now you want to make sure the guys understand. Continue to be aggressive, but make sure you're smart in doing so.
Wide open receiver complete. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 24-yard line.
And the Titans, 1st down.
And a spike will come with 34 seconds to go. Just over 30 seconds remain. Here's 2nd and 10 now. Back to throw again. Over the middle, he's going to find Iomanner. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Back to throw here, and he'll just get rid of it.
And now defensively in the 2-minute drill, the big key to me, make sure you understand your assignments, and anytime you get a chance to tackle someone in bounds, get them on the ground.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
3rd and goal.
You get into these 2-minute drill situations, and you often got tired legs on the offensive line. But these defenders, they've been rotating in and out, and they're a little bit fresher and quicker. And the pressure there forced the incompletion.
That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
Well, it's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle. With the clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
Titans 23.
So looking at this situation, you should have time for the onside kick and then at least one play. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
So no shortage of offense in this game, but a very clean game too, Charles. Each side got its points, but they did so without committing a single turnover.
That's so true, and it certainly felt like NFL football at its finest, right? You talk about the highest level for both of these offenses. Neither one of them afraid of taking risks, and both of them aggressively pushing it downfield. I did like, Brandon, how smart they were about going about their business, though. They were high flying, but they took care of the ball.
Yeah, they did. And just keeping it clean in a game like this with all these points, you don't see that very often, even at the highest level. Job well done by both sides. So for L.A., the win gets them to 5-9 now on the year. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, the season is really nosediving now as they fall to 2-12. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.